I love being able to satisfy viewer curiosity and request concerning music coverage, as many of you know, and I've stated this on numerous occasions. I frequent the comment sections to any posting I put up, given just how many of you are so faithful in not only providing me numerous suggestions and recommendations to artists I should explore one day, God willing, and it is quite a comprehensive list. I try my best to catalog every name, and slowly but surely we're making our way through, but in accordance with that, you're all helping me build out the vision that I've carried for so long with this channel in highlighting music alongside other artistic languages, given just how much reverence I have for it as an art form. It is my first love among the artistic languages. Being able to showcase good art, because it still exists, so maybe in some spaces of art we see it waning a bit. Music has generally inspired, entertained, captivated, moved. It's quite a transforming and inspiring medium of communication and enjoyment. And being able to showcase, again, exquisite talents is a passion of mine. And all of you helping to provide, so I love the first introduction model, right? Being acquainted with new names, many of which are familiarized to you, I'm sure, including this one. I know for some of you it is. But maybe some of you sit in the same place in terms of the groups that I consult on this channel and that they're first introductions. And I love that mutual respect that we can take in approaching music, or maybe divergent pools, right? So familiarized listeners or new listeners. We come to music on a same playing field of just wanting something fulfilling to enjoy and just something new to experience. And that's what so often happens with this channel, largely through your recommendations. So just in summary, I've been quite thankful because you also provided this name. This is a frequent domination among many comments, and it's sort of spurred me on to highlight them at a bit of a faster rate. And there's been others as well that have shared, I would say, in the adulation, including ones that are sort of adjacent to this, at least in my understanding. But I'm sure a number of you saw the posting of this video with the title, and you became quite elated, because yes, Visions of Atlantis now approaches the channel. Again, a frequent request, and one that seems fulfilling, at least on promise. We have a European metal group, many of you know, I can't get enough of that, I love that scene of the world. Specifically, just, we have talent abroad, yes, but Europe has just always offered so much in ambition and creativity and fulfilling execution, precision. It's a landscape of metal that I greatly respect, or metal and rock, let's be inclusive to both, because it's a wider field. They are Austrian-based, which I'm quickly falling in favor of, whether it's through consultations that have graced this channel presently, let's say, for example, in some artists' efforts, Rusanda Panfili is a favorite of mine, as well as other recent introductions I've had in passing that might make it to the channel, will make it someday. I'm probably going to mispronounce her name, but Diane von Giersbergen, former front lady of Zandria. She's another recent play that I've been humoring lately, and her pieces on Zandria are great. Man, I love her. And now we get to Visions of Atlantis, which is also Austrian-based. Has a mythic approach, from my understanding, that they do emphasize, hence the name, the lore of Atlantis. And they have a bit, at least again, from summary of what I found, well, not only, let's speak in genres first again, to give you, I'm setting a baseline for anyone like me who's first approaching them and not really knowing what to expect. This is, again, a fresh entrance. They are, as I understand, intertwining with the symphonic metal, I think, symphonic and power, and a melodic metal emphasis. I like that hybrid. I'm a big symphonic metal guy. Power metal I'm quickly warming up to, as well as melodic. They're just metal generally I'm always open to, and well as music generally, right? I keep an open door for sure in a broader genre respect than that. But those are some particular favorites, primarily the symphonic route, so that automatically is attractive. And as I understand, they are connected, at least in inspiration, to another frequent request, Nightwish, and it is my intention to bring them on as well soon, alongside Epica. That's another one. Those two are frequent requests. I have them on the list. They are in the next phase. They'll be making it someday. But as I understand, again, Nightwish, very popular name, an inspiration to Vision of Atlantis. That automatically gives me a good sense of promise going in. But I mean, there's enough attributions there to provide a welcoming entrance, and we're going to dig back a bit to get a full scope of vision with this group, just to entertain them in a broad respect, starting with their 2018 release, The Deep and the Dark. Oh, hence the name of the title track. It's quite attracted to on that promise, so I'm really ecstatic to entertain them, and I know many of you probably saw the title, like I said earlier, and you're floored at, like, hey, here's my one of my favorite groups, perhaps. Maybe it is your top favorite, I don't know, but they're coming to the channel. I feel honored showcasing them as I do every artist I feature. Let's listen to them together. And maybe we approach from different angles, right? I know many of you have familiarized Visions of Atlantis listeners that obviously predate me, but maybe some of you are taking a mutual approach with me for this video, and that we are sharing a parallel journey of fresh introductions, right? I love about music that it has, again, that mutual encounterance possibility. And we're going to have that today with Visions of Atlantis, our first introduction, and certainly not the last. They would be, just judging by my selection of what I picked, they are going to have an exhaustive tenure here. And I'm sure the door will be open for the future as well, but it's going to be a fun ride. So you Visions of Atlantis fans, hopefully you feel fulfilled. I can't wait to experience them. Another symphonic group to add, or symphonic metal. I'm so happy at that promise. I'm going to go ahead and cue up the video that came alongside the song. And as per usual, maybe you're not used to the format I use. Maybe you've not been introduced yet to how I approach music coverage. I try and accommodate listener tastes, so if you want the storyline available for you, lyrics are directly in the video feed. You'll see those commence as soon as the song launches. But here we go. Our first journey to Visions of Atlantis. Alongside others, there are other groups that maybe have complementary standing as well in comment sections, and they're coming. I, in fact, have them on the list right now in terms of the current phase we're on. With more to come for sure, but Visions of Atlantis is our most recent introduction here. I'm really excited to hear more of them. Okay, this is good. It's smooth. Foreboding. Oh, nice. The subtlety of the string work. Oh my gosh, that's good. Manifesting a beautiful fantasy feel. Oh, that's a gorgeous voice. Clementine, or Clementine, I believe is her name. Okay, a vocal duet. Interesting. Oh, it's beautiful. The progression on the inflection. Quite ethereal. A hint of an operatic flair. Okay. Oh, those descents. Again, on the symphonic combination. My word, that's good. That twinkling is so fantastic in terms of an intrusion. If you talk about evoking a particular scenery, just even in your mind as you listen to a tune, single-handedly that's bringing in his fantasy intrusion. And the video is dreamlike enough to manifest it. It's a gorgeous pairing. Yes, she takes predominant focus here, and Michel, is that the that's a supporting vocalist. His is more of a background intrusion. They've got a choir element too. This is great. Well-rounded perspective and a good hybrid between power and symphonic metal. They interplay nicely, even though symphonic is the more emphasized expression. This build is fantastic. Where are we going from here? This is such a clever piece. What a good finish. That is a beautiful number. The navigation on that work, and the blend between the symphonic and the power so works. But again, the symphonic takes the dominant presence. I love that. Hey, look, again, I like a good mix of metal, right? So you power metal fans, you melodic metal fans, right, that's good too. But the symphonic, oh my gosh, it's like I just love orchestral experiences. And what this brings in, my word, the descents, especially on those transitional areas after, I believe, each iteration of the chorus, fantastic. The opener, great builds. That foreboding key choice works so well in terms of an emphasis, and the vocal blend. On behalf of, again, and feel free to clarify down below if I'm getting any of the pronunciations wrong of the names. I try and be correct. I'd love to have that going forward. But I believe, look, I'm already giving my words a European flair. Just again to get the pronunciation correct, it's inadvertent. Clementine and Michel, they are, I think, a good pairing. I mean, you hear more so Clementine's presence. Was this the first arrival of Michel to the group? It says that he came on, this is the bio I'm looking at, that he was a 2018 arrival, and that's when the album came out. I wonder. The pairing works quite well, though again, Clementine takes certain stage. I love hearing that operatic hint. I'm curious to see if that builds in the future. We'll have to look. I mean, that wouldn't be a first for Austria. I mean, again, Diane von Giersbergen from Zondria has that has that credit. But that was good. Beautifully moving piece. A bit of a dream in processing the video as well. And full-on, like, pirate storytelling. I mean, I'm not personally as familiarized with everything. There's like a semblance of a summary, the Atlantis lore. Maybe there's an intersection there, but I have listened to groups that have played around with like a pirate vibe or aesthetic. Not as directly, though. The closest I've gotten maybe is German folk metal or folk rock group D'Artagnan, and that's more musketeer. This is like full-on pirates. In fact, their newest album, I believe, is named Pirates. So it's like it seems necessitated. It's kind of funny. I like the interesting flair. Europe offers such a ready supply of that. That's a beautiful piece. Again, on a fantasy feel. It's perfectly manifested. Again, its ethereal, delicate nature, the atmosphere, and the video helps. I mean, it's a gorgeous performance to look at. I mean, you've got everybody, yes, in front of green screen. I mean, I can clearly tell, but it's done well, I think. And plus, you forget maybe about like that. I kind of see a bit of like a halo effect kind of surrounding. It's something I've seen on occasion with certain green screen implementation, but you forget about that. And you're willing to overlook it, I think, at least I am, because the performances are just so much fun, and it feels so close and engaging when you watch each artist perform. You sense that passion, right? That's communicated. It's quite beautiful video. It's touching, elegant. What you hope for with symphonic metal, it has that delicate nature to it, but it still doesn't lose that metal edge, that foundation that does put it more of a dark, aggressive space. And this track plays around with different types of feelings, I think, quite well to provide such a sufficient, beautiful mixture. That's a great first piece to engage with. I mean, again, on the name alone, The Deep and the Dark, it's enticing. I can't wait to proceed down the album going forward. At least in terms of this collection, I've got about 4 tracks lined up, this being the first. So we'll get a good perspective for sure, and I'll be able to make good in terms of many requests that I've gotten in terms of showcasing Visions of Atlantis, like I do many groups. I love being able to satisfy viewer requests, and thank you for your recommendations. More to come. I'd love to hear as well your thoughts down below, and from whatever angle you approach, we wish to disclose this. Whether you're a longtime Visions of Atlantis fan, or perhaps a fresh entrance like me, and we just humored our first piece together, I'd love to hear what you think about it. Great first entrance. I'm looking forward to more. That's enticing enough. I mean, the promise, again, of what you know going in based on different types of factors surrounding this group, whether it be the genre application, the location choice as well with the European meta regard, that's good enough. But manifesting or seeing the vision told of what exactly Visions of Atlantis produces, that's another experience in itself, and it's one that certainly leads into, I'm sure, much more promise to come. But that first tease based on the video, it's a great entrance piece. I can't wait to go from here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.